You see, right now, there's a situation involving Professor Anele that's got people confused, divided, and honestly, a little bit uncomfortable. You've got one side saying serious things happened. Then you've got Standard Bank basically saying none of it is true. And the craziest part is, people are actually starting to question the bank itself. So let's talk.
Bantu bakhala nge-Standard Bank, bakhala simaye abathuliswa ngumuntu. Standard Bank nosibathulise sithi no, we've got this. Bathi kulahleka imali lapha kuma-account abo. Lo munye ukhulumile wathi makwakhe bamtshontshele 4.4 million lapha e-Standard Bank. So lokwendiwe ama-transfer angekho yena. Maka e-Standard Bank bathi hey, nguwe manje lo ama-transfer. Bathi hayi mo, ngicela ikhamera phela kubonakala ukuthi ngimi Standard Bank. Bathi igodlile ikhamera ngoba siyathi ukuthi vele ngeke avele lapha kule camera. So maybe batocasha lo munye umuntu lofana naye lo nama-transfer bathi nguwe lo perhaps. So baningi labanye labavelako bathi hey, nami imali yami yalahleka Standard Bank wathi wena.
You see, if you've been on South African social media these past few days, then you've definitely seen Professor Anele Mngadi Hammond trending. And this isn't just normal influencer drama. No, this is very serious. We are talking about allegations of fraud, claims of violence, and a situation that goes all the way back to a deal in 2018. So here is where everything starts. You see, back in 2018, Professor Anele had a vehicle finance situation involving a Ferrari. It looked normal on the surface, but according to her, that's where things started going wrong. She came out publicly claiming that what happened during that process wasn't normal at all. According to her, there was a fraud involved. She also described banks as crime scenes and said that there is a bigger system at play.
The fraud. I went to a dealership, I chose a car, they gave me the price, I paid cash for the car. They told me to come 2 days later as they needed to service, register, all of that. And when I went to collect the car, I was sat down and I was told that they decided to send the international payment back for whatever reasons they explained. And their suggestion was that we use local banks to finance the car. But because I'm not domiciled in South Africa, I had to use my foundation as the buyer and then sign as surety. So this was okay. I did that. And a day later, I got an email that Standard Bank has approved the loan. 15th April 2015, I went to collect the car. I signed all the legal documents, the installment sale agreement, the contract, and the insurance papers. At the end of the month, when they deducted, they took double the agreed, well, nearly double the agreed installment. So I called Standard Bank and I said, there's a mistake. You have taken nearly double what we agreed upon. And they said, who are you? We don't know you. I said, oh, the car is registered in my foundation. And they said, no, this is not registered in your foundation's name, and neither is it registered in your name. We don't know you. The following month, they took nearly double the installment again. I went to Standard Bank. I spoke. I tried everything I could. They were just not listening to me. The third month, they took the double installment again. So I wrote a letter of demand. I said I demand to see the installment sale agreement that I signed because it has the correct installment in it. Secondly, I'm going to stop paying until you tell me who my car is registered to and until I see the installment sale agreement that I signed.
And then things get even more serious, bro. She also claims that she was the target, that documents were stolen, and that she experienced violent situations involving armed individuals.
What's happening? There's joint CEOs, Mr. Ben Kruger, and then there's Mr. Shabalala. Who is who? Who has the power here? Who is being sent to abuse black people, and who is the boss? So I ask this. Anyway, I think I sent this email on Friday. On Sunday, I wake up, I go for a run with my daughter. I normally arrive back home first. So when I get home, So I lock my key on my bra. Open the door, open the tap, I need water. And as I'm drinking water, I can see a set of black tights coming towards me. And in my head, I'm thinking, did this child run in front of me today? That's impossible. And as I'm thinking this, I see a second set of legs, a third set, and I know that I'm being robbed. So I rush to the door. I'm right at the door. I rush to the door so that I can come out and stop her from coming in. And as I rush out, this guy holds me from the back. He hits me. So I say, look, you can take everything you want. Tell me what you want. You can take it. Here are my keys. Take everything you want. And then bakleti izandla. So they tie your feet first, tight. And then they tie your hands behind you. And then they tie the tied hands to the feet. So they do this entire operation. At this time, bayangithuka, and they're giving me facts. Like, when I fly first class, when you do this, who do you think you are? They're on top of me. But they're telling me such accurate details, as in what seat number I sit in. So I'm thinking, what is this? Goes on, and Bati, we have to wait for your daughter. Okay? I think 10, 15 minutes later, it sounded like 10 days, but a while later, I just heard, and I knew they've got her. And I just said, it's all okay, sis. Just be calm and don't fight anything. Just let them do whatever they want. So I said, okay, we are here. Salasoy 2, you can take whatever you want. Where is the safe? I tell them it's upstairs. Take us there. I take them to the safe. So, I don't keep my jewelry in the safe. I keep my jewelry in different places. In the Baki flower, you'll find my expensive watch there. You'll find my ring in the washing basket. I put my jewelry in different places. So I'm thinking I must offer them the jewelry because they can take things and go. But Bafuni safe. When they opened the safe, I thought they were going to be angry because there's no valuables there. It's only my important documents and flash disks, what do you call them, USB things. So I thought they were going to be upset to find this and not find diamonds. No, they open a bag and and they throw it in the bag. And I'm thinking, what the hell? Show us your study. I show them my study. So I'm meticulous with my documentation. My filing is very, very neat. They go. So I've got a block here, Standard Bank, with 16 files. All my files are white. They've got my age, ngaphandle, and then I label what file it is and what number it is. They take the entire 16 files and they throw it in their big bags. And I'm thinking, what? Anyway, they pack. This guy young shy. And so now I'm like a frog because in Hambang so my hands at the back are tied to my legs. So they keep on beating. Need to go this guy, bruh. I just ran 10 kilograms. 10 kilometers, 10 kilograms. I just ran 10 kilometers. I'm thirsty. Don't untie me. Just open the tap so water can come into my mouth. Drags me to my bathroom, opens the tap, and I literally empty the tap. We come back. They want a second safe. I don't have a second safe. They want a second safe. I know you won't believe me when I tell you, Uguti, for 4 hours I was being beaten up. I didn't know what this is about. Eventually one guy, Uti, I need your discs. Need what discs? At the camera discs. They're in the garage because I'm thinking like the camera is Senlini, the CCTV. So that the cameras are in the garage. No, I want the discs. In my garage, I have a big wall of CDs. So everything is in the garage. Let's go. Must be a garage. Told Linda told. What do you want? I want the files, the discs that have got the Standard Bank footage. Oh, you should have just said that. Back in my study. Go back to the study. I give them the files. And then he's threatening me. I am so angry by this time. I'm going to hit you. Need to go be a man. Untie me. Untie me and I'll show you what beating somebody up is all about. This guy gets upset, takes me, throws me to the wall, but I hit my neck so badly that I actually passed out. So when I eventually come back, I notice under my armpit, I notice my daughter is naked. my heart leaves my body. So I'm asking this child ngesiZulu. But you know labantwana be-ice cream bacabanga ngesingisi. I ask her ngesiZulu ngiphendula nge-English. So ngiyambuza ngithi kuye, awugqokanga unqunu? Yes, they took my clothes off. They said they're going to rape me. And they answer. They obviously heard what she's saying. They say, we all have full-blown AIDS. When you hear her screaming, you must know that she's infected. My daughter says, Mother, I won't traumatize you. I won't scream. I start screaming. All along, I was obedient. I was doing everything they want. But you see what my daughter has just told me? It's not going to happen. The things that are so tight that I can't shift, I can't do anything. So I'm thinking, I'm trying to think fast. What do I do? Let me offer them jewelry. I say to this guy, did you see my Rolex? I have a gold Rolex on my drawer. A Rolex? It is. I have a gold Rolex. Come. How do I come? Like untie something so that I can come with you. So as ngisho kanjalo and they're following me, I say to my daughter, Qoga. And I show them little bits of this, and it was so funny. They find my cufflinks and they say, what is this for? It's to tie my shirt. To tie your shirt? How? So I show them. They take it. They take. And as they are taking, I'm thinking, this won't last. When they finish taking everything, they'll still go back to my daughter. And I start screaming on top of my voice. Now, the one thing I didn't mention in previous videos is that whilst we are going through all of this, I am mourning the death of my older daughter, who was brutally murdered. So, I don't know what to do. In all this time, I was praying. I was praying that they finish and go. You know, the Bible verse says, God knows how many hairs you have in your head.
Now, at this point, this stops being just a financial dispute. Professor Anele also says she actually won legal battles over this situation, civil, over a period of years. But here is where things get confusing though, because Standard Bank actually responded and completely denied everything, bro, everything. They are calling the allegations false, baseless, and even malicious. They are also saying there was no court admission of fraud, the case hasn't been actively pursued, and that the settlement was voluntary. So now you've got two completely different stories. And the public, bro, they are split. Some people fully believe Professor Anele.
Standard Bank? Guys, I don't know. Yes. I'm so mad. I'm so hurt. I'm so mad on her behalf. Because Standard Bank, what level of pettiness? What level of drag me to hell and I'll drag you to hell just because you want ukuthi silona nim scam imali, nim fraud. Yes, sis, if we're not mad enough for South Africans and guys, stop banking with Standard Bank. I watched all of part 1 to 13 and their short clips. But I yes, sis, the more yo.
Well, some are against her and I don't know why. And then there's a growing group of people who are just uncomfortable, bro. Because now suddenly people are looking at their own bank accounts like, oh, wait a minute. What if it happens to me too? Standard banking so vala my account one.
Doing this for Professor Anele Hammond and every other person that's been victimized by Standard Bank.
Then they will contact you about the accounts as of some number emails and details.
How long is it going to take? Why a branch was uvula my accounts putting our value?
Kaloku Standard Bank only departments as needs. You say we can open accounts, but then when it comes to closing, there's certain department that
How long is it going to take?
24 to 48 hours.
This situation is bigger than just one person, bro. It's about trust. It's about institutions. And it's about how much power people think this system actually have. And right now, there is still no clear answer, no final conclusion, just two sides, both standing firm. So the real question is, what's actually going on here? Because allegedly somebody from overseas, it was actually United States, they offered to help Anele, but Anele refused.
Yesterday, I got an invitation from somebody with maybe even deeper pockets than Standard Bank. And they offered me everything I need to fight Standard Bank. I didn't tell you my answer because it was unnecessary, but today I'm going to tell you. The first thing I told the gentleman is that he will not come from America to incite violence in my country. If he wanted goodness for me, he would have arranged a mediation process, not incite violence in my country. We don't do that. There's a Bible verse in Romans 12, verse 17 to 18. It says, return evil for no evil. Iti dedelu lava. Iti, by all means, be peaceable with all men. The guy with an offer with a blank check, I told him very politely that maybe Trump needs that check more than me. I don't work at that level. Even my practice is non-adversarial. I don't go to court.